भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवते उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टकी। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारिणं चैतन्यमीश्वरं परमानन्दमाधवम्। ओम ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितमेन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। नमः ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणि निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणि। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. Okay, so I think this purport we are discussing yesterday, right? We are not completed 17 purport.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah, correct.
So here Sutta Goswami is saying this, by every sunset, our days getting, sorry, each sunset, our day is becoming closer and closer. So those who are want to accelerate devotional service, they should engage in, sorry, those who want to go back home, back to Garden, they should accelerate our devotional service. Otherwise, you will be uselessly wasting our time. Also, Prabhupada says the place where we can realize the permanent happiness in spiritual world, and that is a natural situation of a living entity. Prabhupada is quoting from 240, that is Swalpamatrasya trayato bhaso bhayat. So that's where Prabhupada is quoting here. I'll just read the translation, 240. नेहाभिक्रमनाशोऽस्ति प्रत्यावायो न विद्यते स्व अल्प अपि अस्य धम्मस्य त्रायते महतोपायत. In this endeavor, there is no loss or diminution, and a little advancement on this path can protect one from the most dangerous type of fear. So Prabhupada is quoting here, the endeavors in devotional service are never baffled. There is no failure. So, and Krishna is saying that it can save us from the most dangerous fear, or the fear. Generally, people will have different fears, different according to their levels. Like, for example, politicians will have fear of losing the power. Businessmen will have fear of maybe losing money. Right. Some people may have fear of losing the loved ones. All those things are maybe next level is for everybody. The fear is of death. When I'm going to lose body, that is a. But for devotee, the real fear is that when I forget Krishna, that is fear. I should not forget Krishna. That is the real fear. So Krishna is saying that by devotional service, the most dangerous fear is that. That also I'll take care of. That means I'll give a memory. So Prabhupada is saying that here the slight beginning of such activities is sufficient even to deliver a person from the greatest ocean of materialism. This is samsara dhava nalali the loka. Vishnu Chakra writes, this is samsara dhava. It's full of nalalidha loka. It's the forest with a fire. It cannot be solved so easily. It's like some fire is there in the kitchen, we can put a bucket of water. Some fire in the building, the fire engine can do. But the whole forest is burning, no fire engine can do. It's only the rain, coming from the sky, it can save us. So similarly, it's the material world. The mercy of the Lord is like a cloud or rain that can be solved. Otherwise, this material world, we cannot, the dhava, the fear of fire of the material world, we cannot be solved so easily by the any other, but the mercy of the Lord only can save. So that's what Prabhupada says, the Lord injected through the ear of a pure devotee. That is a transcendental service, which goes, actually, it says that we have to pibata bhagavat rasamalayam. Your Bhagavatam, you have to drink, not to the mouth, to the ears. Pibhata Bhagavata Rasamalayam. Bhagavatam or Krishna Katha, Krishna's holy name, we have to hear or we have to drink to the ears. So that is how we have to hear, and that is the progress in the bhakti. And Prabhupada says, thus the sun fails to rob the pure devotee's duration of life. Such devotees, their duration of life not reduced, but doesn't mean that devotee doesn't die. Yes, definitely he'll die. But for him, it's only the transfer from one place to other place. He is also doing devotional service here. We go to Vaikuntha also do the same service. He doesn't bother. So Prabhupada is quoting from Srila Vishnu Chakratapura, money given in charity to a suitable person is guaranteed bank balance in the next life. Like we do charity, the next life, I'll get back that money. So when people say that today I'm rich because of my hard work, no, may not be. He is rich because in one of the life he has done charity and is getting back now. That's a possibility. It's karma. Whereas one is poor today because he has not done. So, but similarly, in this life, I have to invest in the spiritual life so that I don't get one more life. I go back to, even if I get in a, like previous verse said that we take a birth in a aristocratic family, a Brahmana family, Vaishnava family, so that we get a good opportunity to go back and back to it. So Prabhupada, for the purport, says here, so yeah, 15:15 Prabhupada quote here, where sarvasya chaham disannivisto matha smritir jnanam aponavisya vedesha sarv amaya vedyo vedanta krit veda vedavit. So 15:15 translation. I am seated in everyone's heart, and from me comes remembrance, knowledge, forgetfulness. By all the Vedas, I am to be known. Indeed, I am the compiler of Vedanta, and I am the knower of the Vedas. So all the knowledge, all the Vedas coming from Krishna, he is the source of it, and he is seated in everybody's heart. So he gives the right knowledge, right time, and he also gives memory, intelligence, and forgetfulness also. So that in a time, place, circumstances, he gives the right intelligence. So Prabhupada also quotes here, Madhyama Gatva Punarjanma Na Vidyate. So, like Janma Karma Chame Divyam, that also says one understands his Tattvataha Punarjanma Na Vidyate. He also quotes here. The finally says a devotee's old age or disease in present life, but in impetus to such guaranteed eternal life. For a devotee, the next life is guaranteed at a Golok Vrindavan. Okay, so maybe devotees, anybody prepared anything on this point? You want to share anything? Please unmute. Anybody prepared any points on this verses yesterday? Yesterday? Anyone?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Few points I have.
Okay.
Noted down. Even Bhagavad Gita 2.40. Hare Krishna, can you hear me, Prabhuji?
Good.
Even a little progress in spiritual path and the practice of devotional services will enable a human being get relieved from the terrific fear of death. Krishna consciousness without sense gratification, devotional services without any expectation, highest devotional quality. Spiritual practices, even if it is incomplete, can be taken forward from where it is stopped, as the effect is permanent in nature, whereas material work incomplete is failure. Here Ajamila's story is highlighted. He performed some meager percentage of spiritual practices, but at the end, the result is 100% success by the mercy of Lord. Further, the similar point is mentioned by the Christians. What is the use if a person gains the entire material world at the last of his eternal soul? Material plane activities are end with the material body, whereas soulful spiritual activities at least ensures the rebirth of the soul in a wealthy family or an aristocrat family or a cultured family with Brahmanical spiritual qualities, and ensures another opportunity to practice devotional services effectively and go back home, back to Godhead. Further association with pure devotee is emphasized for returning back home, back to Godhead. Materialistic pious activities like money given in charity will be returned in an unimaginable multiple fold, especially to a fully learned and qualified Brahmana, is recommended in Smriti Shastra. That much I have consolidated.
Okay,
Hare
thank you,
Krishna.
Prabhu. Anybody else prepared anything? Yes, Asha Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, yes. What we do in the material world, if we do not complete it, it has no result actually. That is what is told in 2.40. And then if we do little in the spiritual life or on the spiritual side, and basically here Krishna consciousness, and then we may forget sometime, and then but then again we take up something like that. Also that will be carry forwarded. It will not be a waste. But whatever we do in material world, and if we are not completing it, it is going to be a waste.
Yeah. So Bhagavatam says, material life, even if you are 100% success, what is the gain?
Yeah,
But
that is.
spiritual life, even if it's a failure, what is the loss? So that is a point. Because spiritual life, there is no loss. Whereas material life, everything is loss only. Because at the time death, you have to leave everything. Even if I'm a great successful man, I may be billionaire, I may be famous, world famous. But when I leave the body, I don't have anything to carry. Whereas spiritual life, as Mataji said, everything is guaranteed. Yes, Mataji. Anything
Thank
else?
you, Prabhuji.
Yeah, anybody else prepared? So that shows devotees are reading Bhagavatam during the day. Those who not responded, please check. Okay, we'll read next verse 18.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, it is allocated to me.
Yeah, sure.
तरवः किं न जीवन्ति भ्रष्ट्रा किं न श्वसन्ति उत न खादन्ति न मेहन्ति किं ग्रामे पशवो परे. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation: do the trees not live? Do the billows of the blacksmiths not breathe? All around us, do the beasts not eat and discharge semen? Purport: the materialistic man of the modern age will argue that life or part of it is never meant for discussion of theosophical or theological arguments. Life is meant for maximum duration of existence, for eating, drinking, sexual intercourse, making merry, and enjoying life. The modern man wants to live forever by the advancement of material science, and there are many foolish theories of prolonging life to the maximum duration. But the Srimad Bhagavatam affirms that the life is not meant for so called economic development or advancement of materialistic science, for the hedonistic philosophy of eating, mating, drinking, and merrymaking. Life is solely meant for tapasya, for purifying existence so that one may enter into eternal life just after the end of human form of life. The materialists want to prolong life as much as possible because they have no information of the next life. They want to get the maximum comforts in the present life because they think conclusively that there is no life after death. This ignorance about the eternity of the living being and the change of covering in the material world has played havoc in the structure of modern human society. Consequently, there are many problems multiplied by various plans of modernized man. The plans for solving the problems of society have only aggravated the troubles. Even if it is possible to prolong life more than 100 years, advancement of human civilization does not necessarily follow. The Bhagavatam says that certain trees live for hundreds and thousands of years. At Vrindavan, there is a tamarind tree. The place is known as Imlitala, which is said to have existed since the time of Lord Krishna. In Calcutta, In Calcutta Botanical Garden, there is a banyan tree said to be older than 500 years, and there are many such trees all over the world. Swami Shankaracharya lived only 32 years, and Lord Chaitanya lived 48 years. Does it mean that the prolonged lives of the above mentioned trees are more important than Shankara or Chaitanya? Prolonged life without spiritual value is not very important. One may doubt that trees have life because they do not breathe. But modern scientists like Bose have already proved that there is life in plants. So breathing is no sign of actual life. The Bhagavatam says that the bellows of the blacksmith breathes very soundly, but that does not mean that the bellows has life. The materialists the materialists will argue that the life in the tree and the life in the man cannot be compared because the tree cannot enjoy life by eating palatable dishes or by enjoying sexual intercourse. In reply to this, Bhagavatam asks whether other animals like dogs and hogs living in the same village with human being do not eat and enjoy sexual life. The specific utterance of the Srimad Bhagavatam in regards to other animals means that the person who are simply engaged in planning a better type of animal life consisting of eating, breathing, and mating are also animals in the shape of human beings. A society of such polished animals cannot benefit suffering humanity, for an animal can easily harm another animal but rarely do good. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Wonderful purport by Divine Graces Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. So Sutta Goswami is asking, do the trees don't live? Do the bellows of blacksmith not breathe? So the two comparison, like have anybody seen trees breathing? You might not have, but the trees have life. Yes, definitely have life. If you cut on somewhere, some kind of blood is coming. You can see that. So they also have a consciousness, but their consciousness is maybe low, not compared to other living entities like human or animals. The bellows of the blacksmith, they create noise or create a smoke, but doesn't have a leaf, doesn't have a life. So we cannot compare both. So that's why they're saying that. But there are all around us. Do the beast do not eat? Animal doesn't eat. Animal doesn't discharge semen. Yes, they do that. Then what is the difference between human and animal, human and a tree? Prabhupada gives example. There are trees lived 500 years. What is the point in prolonging my life? 100 years, 120 years. I mean, we all know that there was a great, maybe English musician or poet, dancer. He wanted to live forever. He made so many plans. He had so many doctors. His every food was tested. So many plans. But we all know what happened. Nobody survived. Hiranyakashipu, this great personality, he meditated on Lord Brahma. He got a boon that nobody can kill him. Animal cannot kill him. Human cannot kill him. He cannot be killed in the sky. He cannot be killed in the water. He cannot be killed by fire. He cannot be killed on land. I mean, he got a boon for everything is covered, but still he was killed by Lord Narasimhadev. So nobody is exempt. But I just prolonging my life, I'm not successful. Prabhupada gives example like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu lived only 48 years, whereas Sripad Sankaracharya lived on 32 years. But can they compare to the trees who lived 500 years? No, that 32 years or 48 years, they did a miracle. They changed the whole world. Sripad Shankaracharya did a miracle. Sripad Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did a miracle, but short life. So my long life is not the criteria of success. How many days I'm living here, what I'm doing, that's important. So that's why Prabhupada says our movement is not art of living, art of living. How do I leave this world? There are so many great personalities. They don't want to live here, but they want to live here to serve the Lord. They live for the not for the sake of living. They live here for the sake of serving. That should be the my mode. I should live here as far as Krishna wants me to serve. The day Krishna wants me to go back, I should be ready. That should be my mood. So that's why Prabhupada says they may want to get maximum comforts in this present life because they think conclusively that there is no life after death. Enjoy, eat, there is mentioned in Bhagavatam, eat the ghee, anything food made of ghee, and enjoy this life. Who has seen tomorrow? That is their mentality. But tomorrow is there, next life is also there. People should know that. That's why Prabhupada is saying here, enjoy, human body is not for ahara nidra maya baituna, eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. That animal also does. Then what is the difference between animal and me? If I am also restricted to these four things, eating 3 times, sleeping and mating, and if somebody comes defending, that's it. So that's why Shastra says, Atato Brahma Jignasa. At least now ask question, who are you? Where are you coming from? What is your duty? Where are you going? This kind of question I'm supposed to ask and I should answer. I should know what is my duty, why I'm here. Is it eating, sleeping, mating, defending is only my job? Then next life I'll become animal. Depending upon my karma, my desire, I may get animal life and I will go on in this punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam cycle. I'll keep on going. If that is the case, then what is the use of this human body? So Prabhupada gives many examples here. So like trees of Imlital, they live for so many years. There are animals, they live many years. But there are, humans, they take the short life, but they do miraculous. They do a lot of changes. Prabhupada came here. Within that short time, it did revolution in the world. Today is called Jagat Guru because he has done that change. Now it's up to us, each one of us. Take this life. We don't know how many days, how many months, how many years left for me. But today, what I can do for Krishna, what I can do for my Guru, what I can do for Srila Prabhupada. This should be my mood. Not that I want to prolong my life, go to gym. I'm not saying that don't gym, but exercise required, what is required. Or take too many, diet protein so that the body is maintained. Or go to beauty parlor, get it decorated. These are all, too many is not good. Yes, maintain the body so that we are able to serve nicely. Exercise required. Limited food, quality food, limited exercise. Prabhupada used to do that. Prabhupada used to wake up in the 3 o'clock, do japa, Mangalarati, then go for morning walk. And we get massage daily. He used to do that and take 2 times food and evening some fruits and milk. This how is to, but with that good life, good healthy life. So we can because we eat more, naturally the cholesterol comes, BP comes, sugar comes. So we have to control that. Then we take extra medicine for that. Then keep on prolonging. So we have to balance mita ahara, mita vihara. Sleep also should be, as how much required. The food also how much required. Then everything is balanced. And remaining time we should use for Krishna's time. So we have sufficient time, 24 hours, 8 hours work, 8 hours sleeping and cleaning, 8 hours use it for Krishna service. This is how a grahastha or anybody for that matter, we should engage our life. That's why Prabhupada says we should plan such a way that Your 24 hours jam-packed. We don't have time to do anything bad. That should be the way we should plan. When we do that, our conscious naturally becomes Krishna conscious. Finally, Prabhupada says, a society of such polished animals cannot benefit suffering the humanity, for an animal can easily harm another animal, but rarely do good. So we should not be that like animal, only fighting for position, fighting for some money. That is less than animal. Actually, if today we see the human are worse than animal. The animal life, we don't see the rape, we don't see abortion, we don't see suicide, we don't see sleeping pills, we don't see stress management. All this not there. There's no diverse, but all these are there in human life. So we have to make this human life successful. So Prabhupada given very simple: chant the holy name and read Bhagavatam, distribute Bhagavatam and holy name, make this human form life and do preaching and make our life successful. Hare Krishna. I'll stop here. Please can share your comments, thoughts, please. You want to start? Maybe on the side. Okay. Varsha Mata, you want to start?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you for the class. So today's takeaway is like by the mercy of Lord only it is possible to survive through this material world, and Bhagavata should be drank through years, and that too via pure devotees. And this is also doing all this is also like investment I'm doing to this in this life, so that I can utilize it in the next life to either go back or at least to be born in the good family, so that I can incorporate all this bhakti and all. And I understood that source of all the knowledge is Krishna, and he sits in everyone's heart to give knowledge at the right time and make us forget what is not required and all those things. And one more thing what is good for me was material life is not guaranteed, nothing is guaranteed, but at least spiritual life we can take away something, so I should be involved in this more. And in the second shloka we understood, I mean, the comparison between the trees and humans were done, and long life is not the criteria for success. Trees all live for 500 years, but Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Shankaracharya live for few years, but serve the purpose for humanity. I also should try to live better than the animals by wanting to know the purpose and duty of my life, and to learn about Krishna. And I should be having less food and sleeping. Everything should be limit, and I should plan my hours consciously, Prabhuji. That is my takeaway. Hare Krishna.
So much. Thank you so much. Sri Devi Mataji, anything Mata?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, pranams.
Mataji.
In this material life, our life span is very less. So fortunately, when we have come to this devotional line, so we have to make use of it very nicely. Like lifespan is very less, we have to utilize it for the Krishna service. Okay, we can, what you have said is like we can go for exercises to maintain what that's everything in limits. But go to beauty parlor to maintain our body, that's also in limit. That is all we have to maintain for Krishna service. We can be healthy, that because to do service to the Krishna we can be healthy, we can take food, everything in limits. This is all bodily concept, everything we are maintaining for Krishna service. And do as much as bhakti as possible. Read scriptures as much as possible. Do everything devotional. Do it fast, so that we don't know when we may die. So as long as we are living, do Krishna conscious activities, fast, and be in that line. We may not be 24/7. We may sometimes we may not be like that, but as much as possible, chant, then read scriptures, do service, the service to the Lord and service to the devotees. So all good things we have to do. That's what, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Swati Mataji.
Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Prabhuji, from the class, takeaway for me today is we got a precious human life, and we should not be limiting or degrading ourselves lesser than animals. But we should focus on our spiritual upliftment, because it will be carry forwarded if we are taking births, or if we are not also. The spiritual ladder will be, whatever we have gathered will be carry forwarded, but the material success is not permanent. It's restricted to a life or less than that. So the focus should be always on spiritual, should be prioritized more than the material things. Material things are maintaining the body, and other things should be done in consciousness, with consciousness. It should not be unlimitedly. We should not follow that, but with for proper living and for doing our sadhana, we should maintain our body as well. But the main focus should be on the spiritual side, to love Krishna and to do service for him. So that should be the focus. That's a takeaway.
Thank you, Mataji. Uma Shankar Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
So today's class, we should be always inclined towards Krishna consciousness. If it comes to the material life, definitely it is going to be a failure. So nowadays, we are trying to increase the lifespan of the human beings. So actually that we are actually going to get into the trouble only. Suppose if we are increasing the life twice, suppose we are getting a headache for a single day, we are not able to manage. Suppose it goes for weeks and months, means then even a simple headache will kill us. So the thing is that we should always be inclined towards the spiritual path, so that we should always be attached to Krishna. Right.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Lakshmi Mataji. Lakshmi Mataji, are you there? Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mariappan Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Uh,
Modern science is foolish in believing no reincarnation. But fortunately or unfortunately, they have prolonged my life to get into spiritual life. And definitely I'm benefited, I feel. So definitely I cannot completely brush aside the modern science. But however, the modern science should be optimum utilized in practicing the devotional services, and one must take maximum advantage. Even the present what we are, the network and all what we are using for our devotional practices is definitely having a lot of advantages. Otherwise, we have to search in search of our spiritual masters and go in person and attend the classes. Plants are having life, and that have been proved. I think even by the modern science.
Jagadish Bose, Javasindra Bose.
And Michael Jackson wanted to prolong his life.
I didn't say the name, huh? Please.
Appointed some dozens of doctors, but miserably failed. Srila Shankaracharya and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu lived very short, but their contribution to human souls are remarkable. And because of them, today we are sitting and practicing devotional services. Difference between human and animals. Human must be able to inquire from where I have come, what is my relationship with God, and suitably practice devotional services and go back home, back to Godhead. Srila Prabhupada came to this world, set a miraculous example by establishing ISKCON, unimaginable spiritual platform to practice devotion for going back home, back to Godhead. Srila Prabhupada recommends jam-packed schedule every day so that I will not waste even a single minute in my life, and optimum utilize my available time for practicing devotion services properly. And if we compare animal life, we are far behind in our present culture. That much I have understood, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Asha Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Mostly everyone has covered. But one thing, everyone has fear, but for the devotee, the fear is that he should not forget Krishna. Krishna, if surrendered to him, he will remove that fear also for us. And in the material world, the mercy of Lord is also very much required, and his mercy is like rain. We have to drink Bhagavatam through our ears, through a guru. Then everyone, like plants also have life. There are animals that also has life, and humans as we also have life. But how different we can make our life is very, very important. Again, living long is not very important because that's not the criteria for success. What I have to do is that I have to try and make my life different from the life of an animal. That how is that possible? Spend time in spiritual and devotional services, read Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and try to preach what I learn. That's my takeaway, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्यश्च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमः। अनन्तकोटि वैष्णववृन्द की जय। निरंतर श्रीमद्भागवतम की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय।
Jai.
समवेत भक्त वृंद की जय। See you on Monday.
Prasad